The Yasin Malik's affidavit is concerned that was filed in the Delhi High Court on 25th August is now making headlines after PDP Chief Mehbooba Mufti wrote to Union Home Minister Amit Shah appealing for a compassionate and urgent review of Yasin Malik's case. Taking to platform X, Mufti writes, and I quote, "I've written to Shri Amit Shah ji to view Yasin Malik's case through a humanitarian lens. While I differ with his political ideology, one cannot ignore the courage it took him to renounce violence and choose the path of political engagement and non-violent dissent." In her letter, Mufti writes that Yasin Malik engaged in dialogues involving senior officials, intelligence and even agencies. Efforts which she says represented a painstaking and deliberate attempt to build bridges with Pakistan. Let me also brief you about how Yasin Malik is a hardened terrorist who is guilty of gunning down 3 Air Force personnel in uniform. This amounts to waging war against the state, and he must be subjected to the full force of the law. Well, that is the big breaking news that we're getting you at this point in time as far as Yasin Malik is concerned. His affidavit was filed in the Delhi High Court on 25th August. But the headlines that are now being made is after the PDP Chief Mehbooba Mufti wrote to the Home Minister Amit Shah appealing for a compassionate and urgent review of Yasin Malik's case. My colleague Mehraj is joining me right now to get us more details. Well, Mehraj, take us through what exactly is the premise on which Mehbooba Mufti is batting for Yasin Malik, knowing well that he is a hardened terrorist and he deserves the kind of punishment he is being right now serving. What do we know about the PDP's standpoint on it?
Well, Samia, there are many angles on which we can say that Mehbooba Mufti have wrote that letter to Union Home Minister Amit Shah. We can say that after abrogation of Article 370 in Jammu and Kashmir, PDP and its we can say that impression in the people have been not so much strong what it was earlier 2019, and we saw that party also scattered as many top leaders resignated from the PDP, and then they joined other parties as well. We can say that Mehbooba Mufti is right now, we can say that highlighting those prisoners who are presently in outside jails. Like yesterday, she gave a statement and highlighted the plea of Sarjan Barkati's wife and said she is not well in the jail outside. And now she today wrote a letter to the Union Home Minister advocating that Yasin Malik's case should be viewed under the humanitarian angle. And she also said that in that letter that Yasin Malik have left that violence and believed on the non-violence movement, and he also have worked with many political figures and ex-former prime ministers especially of India. And we can say that Mehbooba Mufti tries on somehow, while there is another angle that in kidnapping case of Rubiya Sayyid, her sister gave testimony and recognized Yasin Malik.
Situation right now prevailing in Jammu and Kashmir. Is it going to be safe to try and bat for someone like Yasin Malik? Because at the end of the day, it all plays up to the galleries. It's all optics. How would PDP be seen and perceived by those in the valley who have been badgered and been battling the terrorism in the valley?
Well, we can say that this is a try to lure voters. In fact, we can say that voters who are right now thinking that Yasin Malik have already pleaded and said that he worked with 5 prime ministers of India. And,
all right, we shall wait to see whether at all this attempt to woo the voters is going to work for PDP or not. But thank you, Mehraj, for getting us all those details. We shall leave it at that for the moment.